Joseph Molinax.
Here.
Jason Bowman.
Here.
Brent Wedding.
Here. Reading and approving of previous month's minutes.
Make a motion, we accept them as they are.
Second. All right, approved. Moved. Any old business?
None.
New business, 125 Hay Street, which is actually Hay Avenue, correct? Variance to allow 5-foot chain link fence all the way around, including the front of the property. Just so you know, for this, the variance would only be the front of the property, not the sides or back. So, and then you guys are shaking your head, so I'm assuming you're here for that. Okay. How far in front of the property are you wanting to go with this?
It's not actually all the way around. We're on the corner of Hay and Shields. So the south side of the property, the alley, over to the driveway, no fence out front. Just where the original fence was, which would be on the north side of the property, coming off the garage. Following basically the same path, moving just a little bit, but you're just going from a 4-foot to a 5-foot chain link fence is all it is.
Okay.
But yeah, not all the way around the front.
Okay.
Which is this, actually, the way that it sits is the side.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
It's an awkward kind of.
I kind of forgot about this meeting until last minute, so I never even went up there and seen the property.
Right.
Hey, look at that.
I'll pull it out for you.
Oh, I see.
I mean, there was already a fence there.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah. And you said the side by the alley, right?
No,
the other side.
the north side.
The other
Side by
side.
the alley is gonna, nothing will be out past the front of the house.
Okay.
So that's not a problem at all, right, for a 5-foot fence to be there, chain link, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the north side, coming from the garage, it
On
came
Hay.
out towards.
You just want to come up and show us?
Yes, I can do that.
Let's make it as clear as we can.
Yeah. This is getting fun. We got it on a phone. I'm sorry. Normally I go up and look at everything. I did not go look.
I didn't work your laptop.
This is your, according to,
Okay.
Okay, I was like.
you're this one right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
See the fence where it is now?
Mhm.
Same thing.
Oh,
Just there. It had a 4-foot, well, 3.5 maybe.
Yeah.
because this is this the garage?
Yes.
Oh.
And then, yeah, when it said all the way around, there's an existing fence we tore out here. I'm just gonna put a 5-foot back.
Oh,
And then, at some point I'll go around the back.
I got you.
Your main concern is just out front, roadside, right?
On Hay
Forward,
Street.
front forward, right?
Yeah. Okay, that changes everything.
So this would be the only section here that would be considered the front of the house.
This
To right here.
this right here and this.
Yeah, over to this point right here.
Yeah.
Is what I was told.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Now, how far back are you from the street from here to that fence? Can you give me a guesstimate?
I can park a vehicle in there. It's probably
So it's more than 8
about
feet.
10 or 12 feet, about 10 feet.
Okay,
I mean, it's where the existing was. I mean, I go
Right.
right back to that point.
gotcha.
And you're more than welcome to go up and look at it later and tell me yes or no. I'm fine with that too.
Oh no, we
I'm
have
not
to say
gonna go-
yes or no
gotcha.
tonight,
Gotcha. Okay.
or next month.
Right.
So whichever way you want. You want us to go ahead and leave and go do that?
But that's what we're looking at.
Okay.
So it's just on the corner.
Okay.
More than 6
So
feet
from
back.
right there out.
Hey,
where the existing house is.
That changes
The
everything.
front of the property is considered the part that is Hay Street, or Hay Avenue is the issue.
Road sign says Hay Street.
But Porter's office is considered Hay
And the post
Avenue.
office is Hay Avenue.
Right.
There's some problems with that too.
There's a whole lot of problems out there.
Right.
I was gonna say, you think that's the only problem? I mean, I live out in that area too.
And because
I can think of one problem out there on 19, it's just a mess.
When
Oh, yeah.
the city indexed this community into the city limits,
Mm-hmm.
they never went out and surveyed or anything. You got telephone poles that actually set in this alley over here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
I think there's some poles on properties out there that
Right.
they, state roads on properties and stuff too, isn't there?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I,
State roads on top private property.
yeah.
the only reason that I know that.
We're veering off and I apologize.
I did research to try
I
to
used to live out there.
get around it a little bit before.
Mm-hmm. It makes complete sense to me.
Chain link, not.
Had I seen it,
Privacy, nothing like that.
had I been up there or been over there to see it, it would have been different, but
Right now,
nice.
Better thing.
my father has this fence right here,
Years and years.
Okay,
across the back,
okay,
It's not even in
the
your.
east of the house.
okay. Mhm.
And it's never been.
So what is the future plans with that? Because he's three inches off the property line.
Well, if I would do something there, then I'll have to come in and get a survey and go on my property if I would do something later. But right now, all I'm gonna do is tie this part in.
Well, it sounds like it's your dad's fence and if it's on his property.
It is. It's on his property,
It's on your dad's property?
yes.
It's, okay, it's,
And if he was to put a 5-foot fence on his property, then you'd have a
2
4-inch
fences.
gap, 2 fences.
Right.
no, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
That's the way the prior administration had wrote it up, if I remember correctly, and there was a gap between them. It was ridiculous when they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you went back to back or side to side, you have to be able to get a mower down it.
Yeah, problem, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess what would happen in that particular scenario is, well, I can't speak for what would happen there. I know my opinion on that is if that back part of the fence was to stay and not be taken down, because that's
Yeah, that's his fence.
your dad's fence on that property. So that fence would stay, and then if you were to add a 5-foot fence, we would request that you came in to your property a little farther so that you could get some sort of mower down
Where
there.
each party could maybe
Get down.
side of it.
Exactly. And I mean, you know, you're talking a foot each way, so 2 feet total between the two maybe.
But that would have to be built on my side.
Unfortunately, because it's existing. And it's just something to help keep the peace. I mean, so.
Gotcha.
And that, again, that would be my suggestion at that point when the time comes.
Right.
Doesn't mean that's what everybody up here would agree on or do,
But
so.
that's not what's sitting in front of us right now,
No.
so.
Right, I'm just letting you know, because you asked, because obviously you're kind of a remonstrator here, just to find out what's going on with the fence.
But I'm father's power of attorney.
Okay, you're just trying to protect that property. The thing at hand right now is just the 5 feet from the front of the property that we would be saying yes or no to right now. The rest of that is, honestly, the rest of it,
It's got what I would say if you come up with a dispute on that is, I need a survey in front of me before you do anything.
exactly, and that's where it would all go from there.
And it-
Just to make sure where it's at. And, I mean, obviously, you're not trying to
Oh, no.
encroach on any property later on or anything like that, and you're just trying to make sure nobody does.
He does have survey markers
Mhm.
out there where it's been surveyed.
I got you. And whenever the fence was it your father that had the fence put in, or was it the other
He
home?
put the fence in.
Okay, okay, I
But
got
the
you.
fence he took down, I think the people prior to you,
Put up that chain link, yeah.
Okay,
There was no chain link, yeah, because these were all existing, so your dad actually put all of
Yeah.
this up, even running down the side of the alley over here too.
so right at the
But
moment,
it's
you guys
not,
are,
not touching any of that, it was just to replace the busted up chain link fence.
I got you. Okay. Well, I don't, does anybody have any questions, or, go ahead, yes, please.
why do we need to go to a 5-foot fence? You need to go to a
That's what I want to keep my dogs in, because eventually I will do some more fencing later is the plan.
Because it's 4 foot all the way around right now, is it?
Is it 42 inches, something like that?
It's probably 42, because
Yeah.
it's never 4 foot actually.
Right, right, but,
So that's future would be to do something in the back, but I can do something in front now, because I hope that we move it in there in 30 days, so
oh, I got you.
that's the plan.
I see. Okay.
But yeah, at some point, we'll have to get back and figure out the back of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we know what you want, we understand what you want. Anybody have any questions about what he wants?
No, I
Nothing?
think I understand.
Okay, so then are all your questions answered? Do you have any other questions or concerns? Only for the 5 foot, see, because the ordinance says at the back, he can put a 6-foot privacy fence up.
Right.
And the only thing that we're gonna worry about when the time comes, well, we're kinda saying it to you, kinda think about that,
Oh, yeah, right.
you know, cause again, you don't want weeds growing up. Exactly. So that's one of those things to keep in mind for future for you guys, and that becomes sort of a, not necessarily a civil matter, but your civility comes into
But
play.
really, it does become a civil matter.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to throw it out like that, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, for the matter at hand, the 5 foot in the front, do you have any issues, questions about 5 foot in the front? Up there by the garage, right? Mhm.
And you're going all the way out to the road. If you-
Where the fence is right now, he said.
But if you came to that corner of the house now, you would need a special.
Following the same path where it was.
If you,
This
He
part-
needs-
This part of the fence here.
He would need a variance for that. Gee, that is loud.
from, yeah, I know. But if you-
I'm not, I'm sorry if you can't hear me, but I just can't yell into that anymore.
From the-
Yeah, if he stopped right here, there wouldn't be any issue, but because he wants to go along the already existing where the fence was,
Right.
this is the only part we're discussing right here.
So if, just so you're clear, if they wouldn't approve, say they were to deny this, he can still go 5 foot everywhere except for right on that piece on the front of the property.
You can actually do 6.
And he could go up to 6 foot,
Right.
but it's so that it doesn't have to be uneven, basically.
But because this is more than 8 feet back from the road, which you said you could park your car, so if this is going to be 8 feet back from the road, technically, he could go 6 feet there because it's the front of the house, but when you go back 8 feet, then you can go to a 6-foot fence.
No?
We're getting into a gray area.
Yeah, and that's what I'm just making sure
No,
that
it's,
we're all. in
it's
sync.
not, yeah.
The reason I wouldn't put the privacy is because
Well-
one, that makes that corner really.
Right,
Right.
But-
I mean, and that's what I
Oh,
thought.
yeah.
Well, I'm saying it's 8 feet back.
Was going from here to here. I didn't understand what that issue was. So we still see it.
Right.
But I understand, yeah, I definitely would put in kind of a privacy
Yeah.
out there because I mean, anybody driving.
It's chain link, so you can see.
Right.
So,
And just so you know, the way it would work is if we granted a variance for that, if you were to sell the house in the future, you need to make sure they know, because somebody will come crashing down on them, because that is only for you as the property owner. If you sell the house,
right.
that fence has to either, they have to come back in for another variance, or it has to come down.
And the other question is, do I need to, if we allow this, do I need to move back all of this right here?
Well, somebody
Down here,
eventually,
there's
yeah.
19
Your
feet.
family didn't think they'd sell it.
The existing fence to the road, right along the bushes where your dad's fence comes out, 19 feet back here. The way this corner is shaped.
It's right up
You
in
know,
there,
and I want to
doesn't
make
it?
sure that, like I said, that's why I'm here. I want to make sure we do this the right way.
Right.
You got a property line here too. That's why he put his fence back.
They're by the high school.
Well, there, and that's in question too, that there's actually a property line there, but.
He's had it surveyed. The roads out there are supposed to be 50 feet wide.
Mhm.
So you got to go by the landmarkers where the surveyors come out and survey.
Right, I got you. But your concern, I love it that you have this one. Your concern is how close it is on this corner.
I just want to make sure that if I put it right back where it was, that that's okay. That's, you know, or
Well,
do I need to revise it there?
how far is it from that corner? Do you know approximately?
Well, that depends
5
on what,
feet?
that depends on what you want to call the corner.
Mhm.
You know,
Well,
because look
the
at this-
closest spot to the road.
It follows the 60 foot from midpoint of the road, where it's at.
It does?
So, yeah.
It falls within the
It's-
parameters.
It falls
where-
within the vision clearance of where it's allowed to be.
Okay.
So it is okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
The
I
only-
want to make sure that, you know, there you go, you get one foot out of it.
I understand.
Major problem.
Yeah, so basically where it's at,
Right.
for that,
It's
is
okay.
fine.
Yes.
So, yeah, so the only thing, yeah, so what we're saying is, I guess, with everything that it is, if you wanted to tear it all down and put 4 foot back up where it's at, you wouldn't have to worry about it. The only thing we're worrying about is the 5 foot in the front.
Right.
So, placement, as long as it's in the same spot, all the other stuff is fine.
Yes.
Okay, I get it. I think we're all on the same page. Everybody on the same page?
I believe so.
I had a feeling. I worry you may not be though, sir. You still look like you're perplexed a little bit.
Are those 2 bushes still in your backyard? How much space is between the fence and those bushes?
You could squeeze a riding lawnmower through it.
Through there the other day, 42 inches from the.
So if you put a fence up, you'd have to do it somewhere close to where those bushes are then, right?
20 inches.
Are we talking about the back? Are we talking about the back?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah, I don't, he's
it's none of our concern.
he's veering
It's a
off.
I know, he's just
Yeah.
talking about
He's got nothing
later.
else, he's got nothing
Yeah.
else to do tonight.
It just, it's,
I was just looking,
I'm just letting you know, it's gonna take a survey, that's gonna be your answer.
yeah,
If there's a dispute, it takes a survey,
yeah.
that's it.
That's it.
There's probably no discussing that tonight.
Survey says.
And who'd be paying for the survey?
Property owner.
Property owner that wants to
Wants to put
do
the
it,
fence
so.
up.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Any other concerns?
Can I request him for him to have the survey done?
No,
It bears nothing on tonight's thing is only the front part of that fence.
it
That
doesn't require
doesn't
that.
affect,
Yeah, we can, talking about the side has nothing to do.
yeah.
And-
the back-
Right,
yeah, for
and
that
on the,
back
on the
for
existing
tonight.
layout of where a fence sits, you can take it down and upgrade it and replace it on those same poles.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Regardless,
We're just-
anywhere.
I just want to make sure you're okay with what we're actually
Right,
discussing and talking
You're
about
talking
is
about the little L.
just that front. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I think we're good.
Any other worries, concerns, problems? Anything?
Just we have to come back, if we decide to put a back fence up.
No,
No,
no.
No, I'd have to have a survey.
nope.
Okay.
Nope, you would only have to come back as if he decided he wanted the back of the fence to be 8 feet.
Unless he stays on the
So-
same existing fence post as there,
Well, that's on
which
your
it's
property
been a long,
anyway, so it
right,
won't
that's on
even-
their property. He can put a 5-foot fence where it's at.
Right.
Okay,
You're gonna run your fence
All right.
to his.
We're ready.
Okay.
Decide, because they're gonna keep discussing.
In front of his.
Well, then, I'm going to make a motion, we bring to vote the
I'll second that
decision.
motion.
Here. Okay.
okay.
Well, we'll go
To,
ahead and, we'll take a roll call for vote, and then we'll determine, well, there's really nothing to determine. Yeah, roll call for vote.
Nope. Scott Wilson,
I'm going to say yes.
Joseph Molnix,
Yes.
Jason Bowman,
Yes.
Brent Wedding.
Yes.
So all in favor?
So that's.
The ayes have it.
That's it. There's really no stipulation other than the fact that if you were to move and change hands, then the fence becomes an issue for whoever else has it, but that's neither here nor there right now. So,
Make a motion to adjourn?
is there any other, anything?
Nothing else?
Nothing else?
I'll second
That's
that
it then.
motion.
All right. So